Hello world, this is a Astro up to level 30 guide. This is Shadowbringers 5.2. For the glamour set, we have the Moonlit Moggle Moglobe, the Endless Summer Glasses, Far Eastern Maiden's Tunic, the Tantalus Cuffs and Tantalus Breeches, and the Far Eastern Maiden's Boots. For the accessories, you can find them in the description as well as links to the rest. Disclaimer warning, spells, abilities, and or traits will not be shown due to progression and or reasons. With that out of the way, you will be able to see them in a dungeon example. Welcome to a Shadowbringers Skill Spotlight. Level 1, we get Malefic, deals magic damage with a potency of 150. It is a spell with a cast time and a global cooldown. This is your main source of damage, you'll be spamming this a lot. At level 2, you get Benefic. Restores target's HP to your potency of 400. It is a spell with a cast time and global cooldown. When to use this decides on the target's health. 70% is pretty decent. At level 4, we get Combust. Deals magic damage over time. Potency of 40, duration of 18 seconds. It is instant cast with a spell global cooldown. Make sure you cast this and have a dot timer on a target before you start spamming Malefic. At level 6, we get Lightspeed. Reduces MP cost for spells by 50% and cast times for spells by 2.5 seconds. Duration of 15 seconds. It is instant cast with a 90-second off global. Level 10, we get Helios. Restores own HP and HP of all nearby party members. Cure potency of 330. It has a cast time and a global cooldown. It hits 15 yams, pretty damn large. If you're going to hit 2 party members, go ahead and use this over your Benefic. At level 12, we get Ascend. It is the Astrologian's version of a resurrect target to a weakened state. It has a very long cast time, part of the global cooldown, and a very large MP cost of 2400. A few tips with Ascend. Only use this along with Swift Cast. Another tip, when you do get resurrected, as with all resurrects, do not attack, do not use any weapon skills, any spells. You are invulnerable. You do not take any damage as long as you do not do any actions, and this roughly lasts 3 seconds. And yes, just like with all resurrects, you are resurrected back with 10% health roughly and no MP, and a detrimental effect that basically lowers your stats slightly. Level 15, we get Essential Dignity. Restores target's HP to your potency of 400. Potency goes up to 1100 as your target's HP goes down. It is instant cast with a 40-second off global. Potency scale is strong early game, very powerful. You may as well just use this when the target gets roughly around 20 to 30% for safety, or if you're an extremist, you can go really low and it will pretty much top them off. In the later phases of higher dungeon and raids, this is pretty much a 50% health recovery for most tanks. For a DPS, you will roughly heal them back up to 85 tops. At level 26, we get Benefic II, restores target's HP, cure potency of 700. It has a cast time and a global cooldown. As soon as you unlock this, pretty much forget about Benefic I. This guy is much more potent. Do mind the slightly longer cast time. At level 30, we get Draw, and basically just draws a card. It is instant cast with a 30-second off global. At level 30, we get Undraw. Much like your draw, you're going to put your card back into your deck. It is instant cast with a 1-second off global. Best way to use this is to not use it. And also level 30, we get Diurnal Sect. Adds a regen to certain actions. It is instant cast with a 5-second off global. We don't have those certain actions at level up to level 30, I should say. So for now, we're just going to skip it. Once we get to a much higher level, we'll actually have something to talk about it. When you do decide to play your card, if you're holding the balance, the arrow, or the spear, it is recommended to use that on melee DPS and or the tank. These 3 cards will increase damage dealt by party member and or self by 6% if target is melee or tank, or 3% for all other roles. That includes ranged DPS, casters, and or healer. And if you're holding the bowl, the ewer, or the spire, make sure you use that on the ranged DPS, casters, and or healers. If you're using these, it increases damage dealt by party members or self by 6% if the target is ranged DPS, caster, or healer, or 3% of all other roles. That includes tank or melee DPS. So in terms of rotation for Astrologian up to level 30, it all depends on management of your party's health bar and basically putting dots or combust on everything before you toss Malefic. So I cannot show you them because mine are upgraded, but Combust in terms of DPS is your #1 priority. It is instant cast, so you can use it on the go. Put Combust on everything, start casting Malefic. You have to stand in place, otherwise you cannot do the cast timer. Now that's pretty much it for DPS. Now in terms of healing, just like I mentioned before, keep an eye on the tank's health. Your tank's health is basically priority #1. You, as the healer, you are priority #2. As long as the tank manages aggro, they should hold pretty much all contemporary damage onto them. Manage their health, which is roughly 70% health or less on Benefic, which as soon as you get your Benefic II, that should basically be 50% health. If they're pulling too large, just maintain their health bar before actually reapplying dots. Just manage their health bar. You don't have to babysit them, just make sure you manage them. Especially, you don't have to babysit them if you have Essential Dignity. Just like I mentioned before, you can be safe with 30% health roughly, or you can just go to the extremists, go really low. This will basically top them off in the lower levels. And of course, if you're going through DPS or the healing phase, before you pop your Lightspeed, if you're on the go, make sure you do your dots before using that Lightspeed. Otherwise, use it whenever it's available. It'll cut your MP by half, and that is always a good thing. Hello, this is going to be a Astrologian up to level 30 guide. Alright, this is going to be the Haukke Manor, I believe. It's the only dungeon I can show you guys up to level 30 without going above or below a certain level range. Yeah, we're going to skip to the AoE version. So, basically, the only things you should keep on mind of, Diurnal Sect is pretty much useless at this level. Make sure you're always clicking that draw card and applying your buff to a party member. It doesn't have to be in priority. Like right here, let me use my Essential Dignity. As you can see, I pretty much topped them off. Let me use my card on the melee. Let's go ahead and use my Lightspeed. Redraw, heal up. Use it on the melee again. Let's heal up the tank. That healed nothing. Oh, I lagged there. So when you're up against a lot of targets, just maintain the tank's health. That's it. That's all your priority is. Make sure you toss the Benefic I or Benefic II, depending on the target's health. We're going to redot here. Going to apply the buff on the Lancer or the melee. You can always use it on the tank if you don't have a melee. I'm going to reapply my card in Lucid Dreaming. Use this on the Archer. I'm going to try to ignore the Void Lamps so I can show you guys an example for Helios, because you don't really use it all too much in these lower levels. So my party members are taking damage. I'm going to heal them all at the same time. Watch your mana bar. This will eat through it. I honestly don't recommend even getting the Void Lamps if you can manage this, because it is more efficient. You should be focusing on the boss and the ads that spawn. Let's redot. Let's do a Helios again. Use that on the Bard. Dot the Lady's Candle. Dot the Manor Sentry. Let's heal the tank. Dot the boss. I'm gonna get out of that. Let's do some AoE healing. And focus myself here. Okay. Oh, tank died, so example of Swift Cast into the Ascend. Okay, let me focus myself. Let me heal the Sentry. Use that on the Bard. Benefic the tank. Do not do this if this is your first time. It's more expert play. Or advanced play, I should say. So the tank is stunned. Let's remove the stun. Let's heal myself before dying. They grabbed aggro. The melee is limit breaking. Fantastic. Let's get out of that. Redraw. Apply it on the bard. And this is basically a dungeon example for a boss fight. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Hello world, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe here. You can also donate if you're interested in supporting the channel. There's some more content for you to watch on the right side. If you're interested in joining my FC, the Tempest Talons, the info is in the top left. I'm mostly taking invites from my YouTube channel subs. And as always, y'all take care and good luck out there.